Greetings RC friends, welcome to Props and Wheels. I am at our Aero Junkies secret flying location number 2, and I have this big box with me. I brought it here to the unboxing on this beautiful day. And if we have time, if the sun doesn't go down too quickly, I may be able to do the maiden flight of it. Let's open it up. This is from Hobby Zone. I ordered this from Hobby Zone. It was on sale. Let me show you what it is, and also I will tell you why I purchased it. It is the 850mm Ranger, and it comes plug and play, meaning that it's just going to require your receiver, your battery, and your transmitter. Everything should be inside. And I have other planes that are much more complicated than this, but I wanted to have something. I wanted to have something that is a low stress, relaxing airplane that I can also fly at our local park. And I have a second purpose for this one. My younger son was kind of getting into this, 4-channel airplanes. He has been doing great on the Volantex RC Sport Cup 500 in our local park. And I offered him to fly his older brother's Super Cup, but it's a little too big. He got a little intimidated, and I think this is a good size in between. So I got this plane for $97.40, I think 49 cents, so $97.50 almost. That they had free shipping above $99, so I ended up buying also a small little tube of tread lock and got free shipping. So it cost me basically $97.49. It's FMS makes these high quality airplanes, and you don't always find these on sale very often. Oh, can you pull that? Thank you, Maverick. I appreciate it. So it came nicely packaged. Look at this, very nice. And I think they put my tread lock in here as well. So they packed it to save space. That's great. It's better for the environment. They are not using a larger box. So they just put my tread lock, Great Plains tread lock here. All right, let me take this out and show you each piece, and then I'm going to set it up and get it ready, hopefully for its maiden flight. I have a couple batteries that should fit this. As far as I remember, it takes 2-cell 800mAh batteries, and I used to have plenty of those for my E-Flight Blake CX2 coaxial helicopter. Very nice. And by the way, the ailerons have individual servos. It's not like using from one middle servo. This is great. And also the wing struts have been taped to protect them, and then they have a little foam foam at the end. Here we have the landing gear. So this is the main gear. The fuselage and the front landing gear itself. And here it has, I'm assuming, the battery compartment. You want to put a little sticky, actually it's like a double sticky Velcro, no, sticky Velcro on one side and sticky tape on the other, so very nice. Nice detail. It has a tiny little, here, so let me show you what's inside. If you can see, here you can see that the 12 amp ESC, and plenty of space, and it has LEDs as well. So I don't know where the LEDs go, but I'm assuming it's just going to go on one of the channels maybe. I'm not sure. And then here are the tiny little servos that go to the back for the rudder and elevator. Very nice and small, the way I wanted it to be, and it came out perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and start setting it up, and hopefully I can do it quickly enough. So I'll be flying it today, the maiden flight today, and share it with you. Here is what I assume the Y connector for the aileron servos, and then the hardware and the plastic pieces, I'm assuming, to connect the wing struts and the landing gear. So everything here. So I'm going to get to it, and I'm going to speed up the process in time lapse, so you are not waiting for me to set it up. So, but if I have something important to say, I'll come back to the real time and then explain what I'm doing. So for now, let's 1, 2, 3 time lapse. Back from time lapse. Very nice, full manual in different languages. So the English section is at the beginning, and it looks very high quality, well written. I haven't read it yet, but I can tell from all the model assembly instructions and diagrams, it's a high quality. FMS is a high quality brand, and here my friend Maverick, he's an expert, and he says that he gives a thumbs up for FMS, right? Yes. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Maverick. All right, people, back to time lapse. So I would like to make one comment about the landing gear. So the landing gear is held by these, it goes into the slot, and then it has these two little plastic pieces, and each plastic piece has 2 holes, and then you use these like tiny little screws to screw it in. I don't think it is going to last too long. The reason is I wasn't ham-fisted. I was being very careful not to strip this, but one is already stripped. So the plastic is very soft, and these are metal screws. So it looks like I may have to find larger screws to be able to get it in, and then maybe just put some, I don't know, hot glue inside to let these stay. So this one is already turning, rotating continuously, and then the others are tight. But if I have a hard landing, I think these may come off. So I may end up just gluing it in later. I don't care if I cannot take it off, because I just want to have good landing gear, but just wanted to point it out. And also the front landing gear, it is plastic, it's connected, but it doesn't look sturdy, it's all plastic. So if it hits nose wheel first, front landing gear first, I think it's going to break. So just wanted to point that out. So I have this Spektrum AR6110 little parkflyer receiver, and it is DSM2. It's perfect for my RadioMaster TX16S, so I'll be using this one. The bind plug is already there. It's a used one, but it's a good one. So I'll be using it on this one. So here is the battery connector. I just need to guide it through the hole way deep in there, and through that bottom to give it access to the battery compartment. So let's see if I can do it with my ham-fisted hands. So the recommended battery is 2S 7.4 volt, 850 milliamp hours. I have a 950 milliamp hour 2S battery, and it fits into the battery compartment. So I'm going to use this, and it has the right JST connector. Before I put the wing on, I would like to check that everything is working. The servo leads are connected except the ones for the wing. But first I'm going to do the binding on my RadioMaster TX16S. So for that, I put the bind plug in on the receiver, So I'm going to connect the battery, keeping the prop away from myself. Okay, I can hear the beeping, and also if you look here, I don't know if you can see under the sun, but it is a fast blinking light on the little receiver. So it's in bind mode. I'm going to turn on my RadioMaster and quickly set up a new model for it. And I have another video showing how to bind this and set up airplanes on this radio, DSM2 and DSMX. So I'll put that description below, the link to that video. So the binding is happening right now. And I'm not sure if it happened, I didn't hear anything, but oh yes, it did happen. Here's the elevator, here's the rudder. They are working in the correct direction, so I don't have to reverse it. And let's connect the leads from the aileron servos and check those out before I install the wing. And let's check the ailerons. The ailerons are reversed. Very easy to fix on the radio, so things are ready, except let's quickly check. The throttle is working as well. Now what I'm going to do is unplug the battery, turn off the receiver, transmitter, and then take the bind plug out. It will be almost ready to go. So for the wing installation, it is quite simple. There is only one hole for one of these larger screws, and it came with 2 screws. One is spare, so it's going to go in here. But also the struts, these are easy. You basically, when we bring it in, well, before putting the screw in, and then you kind of push it backwards, and they should lock. Both snapped in and in place, and I'm going to put the little screw in its hole, and it should be almost ready to go. There is one thing I forgot to do, and I'm going to not probably do it. That's connecting the light. There's a little LED light in the front. I don't know if it's connected to anything else, because I see only that. And I'm going to take care of that another time, because I don't want to lose the sunlight. And I'm assuming it's just going to connect one of the 3 channels. So this is a 6-channel receiver, and the LED connector is just a plus minus, 1 black, 1 red wires, and just I should be able to plug it in directly into one of the empty channels 5 or 6. The final thing, I'm going to reverse the ailerons. And I just reversed it, so now it is working the correct way. So right aileron, left aileron, up elevator, down elevator, right rudder, left rudder. So everything is working fine, including the throttle. So we are all ready to go. I'm going to clean up everything and then see you on the flight line.